Hi guys, so I'm a little bit behind on making these videos, I know. No proper excuse, honestly, there's no excuse for this. But I was just like busy cramming with school and midterms, and then I was sick and I was making up all that work that I missed, so. But there's no excuse to make up for this. But we're gonna do the sermon recap from last Sunday. So they were reading Haggai 1 through 11. As we begin a new year, there's a natural desire to start fresh and on the right foot. In the book of Haggai, God speaks directly into that longing, teaching his people what it truly means to start again and start well. After the Jewish exiles returned to Babylon, they were given one clear mission: rebuild the Lord's temple. Yet, over time, fear, opposition, and complacency led them to abandon God's house while they invested their energy into building comfortable lives for themselves. I myself find myself guilty of this, as I literally just said in the beginning of the video, so I need to work on that. Haggai confronts this misplaced priority and calls God's people to consider their ways, to put first things first. Through a sobering rebuke, God reveals that their weariness, frustration, and lack were not accidental. Though they worked tirelessly for success and security, nothing seemed to satisfy. Their efforts yielded little, because they had sought fulfillment apart from the very presence of God. Yet even in his discipline, we see God's grace. By withholding what they chased after, God was preventing his people from drifting farther away and lovingly calling them back to himself. True prosperity was never found in paneled houses or full storehouses, but in honoring the Lord, in delighting in his presence. As we step into the new year, Haggai invites us more than New Year resolutions. It calls us to a New Year revolution. When our hearts are set on the wrong things, weariness inevitably follows. But when God's people seek first his kingdom, joy and life are restored. This message challenges us to reorder our time, attention, and love, so that God is no longer an afterthought, but the foundation of everything we pursue. A new year begins best by putting first things first and returning to the Lord who alone satisfies. So that was the sermon recap that my church gave. And I'm gonna catch up on all of the rest of the not chapters, but excerpts that I didn't make videos on for last week and add them on to this week's. So see you next video.